when you're in the loser's bracket, you can get a lot of momentum from that. But it also works in the opposite way. You can sometimes get a little bit too tired. We saw it happen to FaZe several times in Advanced Warfare, where they just weren't able to take the second best of 5. We'll see if that's going to be any different this time with Optic Gaming.
Absolutely, Benson. The FaZe vs. Optic Gaming finals, always a pleasure to watch. Now I know the fans out there are pretty split. I want to hear some yelling from the crowd. If you think FaZe can take this best of 5 and win UMG Dallas, make some noise.
Yo, FaZe got some fans right here in Dallas. That was actually pretty loud.
All right.
Curious to hear the Green Wall fans in the crowd. That was a little loud. Little loud. As expected.
You always got to expect that one off the start. Optic Gaming out to an early lead. 15 seconds remaining on this first hill. We'll have the first rotation towards the pipe side coming up first.
Score currently at 15-4 as Formal going to be on your screen. He's going to drop now over towards Crimsix. Karma, he's going to drop as well. Scumpy currently at 2 and 3. Going to be on your screens on the hard point as well. Up to Gaming with a 22-9 point lead.
The matchup you're going to see all series long. Formal up against Clay. Clayster right now sitting at 1 and 6 to start off the game. Formal SETI at a 6 and 5. Expect to see major gunfights happening on those long range engagements. Right now, the spawn's in favor of Optic Gaming, but FaZe doing a fantastic job of pushing them out.
Now, again, you have to talk about how is Optic Gaming going to come into this. Hot, definitely. I think a map like Solar Hardpoint is definitely going to be an advantage for them. You've got to look at how warm. Oh, Attach with a nice 2-piece. Looking for the third. Attach not going to be able to get it. But you have to look at the how much of a tempo FaZe going to have coming into this grand final.
Absolutely, the double stun grenade kill, something you don't see too often here in Advanced Warfare. Scump, all calculated, right, Benson?
Oh,
26 to 29 at this moment. The rotation towards the back garage now coming from Optic Gaming. FaZe in the good position, though.
Karma's going to pick up that scrap time, and you can see on that minimap it says red arrows that do have control of that early rotation. Now it's just a question, can they hold off the initial wave of Optic Gaming players? Clayster not able to find 2, enable on the hard point, no. Looking to see if he can pick up any of the Optic Gaming players. Going to fire out the first stun grenade. Does have another one at his disposal, should he choose to use it. But Zooma is going to go out and clean up everyone from Optic Gaming.
This is what makes FaZe so deadly in the hard points. They have Attach push out. They have Zooma push out. Both of them pick up a 2-piece each of their own. They're doing it yet again. 25 uncontested seconds now for FaZe as they take a commanding lead.
And whilst all this is going on, as you mentioned, and Enable's just on the hard point. Oh, Clayster! The headshot on Formal. Oh, sorry, the headshot on Crimsix, and then the melee on Formal. Nice plays coming from him. Finally, Optic Gaming able to get a little bit of control, but their hard point's going to be controlled by Attach now. Finally, he falls, and Optic Gaming, they're going to play for that final 15 seconds of scrap time. But again, a look at that mini-map. You can see FaZe ready and waiting for the rotation.
Yeah, FaZe more than happy to give Optic Gaming those last 10 seconds as they will have a perfect setup for the back lot hill. The push coming from Glass Wall. Enable spots one player. He winds up getting cut down. Attach wins the gunfight there up against Scump. 21-second lead for FaZe as they gain early control.
I was worried about how the FaZe were going to come out in this grand final. Well,
oh, they're here.
Questions have been fully answered. Attach 15 and 8. Zooma 15 and 9. Everyone playing extremely well. This is the best chance they've had really at beating Optic Gaming all year long. When you think about it, just need to win 1 best of 5 as opposed to 2, which is how it's been for the most part of the year. They're feeling very amped up. Enable though, not able to finish that final kill on the hard point. He's going to fall. Attach is going to drop as well, and it's actually going to be Crimsix able to break the hill. Gotta
give a shout out to Enable. He actually has the highest KD of all the FaZe members so far this event, being super consistent. Clayster was saying that prior to this matchup. He loves having Ian on his team. He's always positive no matter what the circumstance is. Expect to see him stay consistent throughout the series. Almost going to drop. That means Scumpy's going to be one of the last plays for Optic Gaming on the hard point, and he just gets flooded. That's Zooma being extremely aggressive. He's going to play for that final 5 seconds. But again, you can see Optic Gaming setting up ready for this final hard point on the first rotation. And those red arrows again will be trying to flood towards him. Karma on your screen. He's able to pick up 1. Looking for more. He actually has someone directly next to him. Unable to pick up the kill. Scumpy is going to be on the hard point. The assist is going to come in as Formal slaying over him. Now Optic trying to mount the comeback. Surprised to see them down at this point, but Scump is able to pick up 1. That was Enable. Meanwhile, kills coming in that kill feed for FaZe. Scump jumps off the hard point. See if he can potentially try and bait Attach in, and he's done just that. Peeks back in. Peekaboo. There's the kill. Now can he get the kill up top cat? Of course he can. That's Enable. Scumpy heating up. That's 4 successive kills for him before he finally goes down, and Formal spawning out. Ben, FaZe is doing such a fantastic job of coordinating their pushes. They're always pitching the hard point. Right now, Optic Gaming trying to do the same, but they keep getting cut down before they can even get to the hill. Scump
he's going to drop now, looking at Karma once again, 14 and 19. He's struggled for some parts of this event, but he's had his moments, that's for sure. And it's moments just like this in a grand final when you need to win 2 best-of-5s, where you really are going to see that unbelievably talented Karma.
Oh, absolutely, Ben. After the first rotation of Hills, FaZe finds themselves up by a half a minute. All 4 players of Optic Gaming are negative, Ben. I can't remember the last time I've ever said that.
I mean, it was probably when we watched them play Epsilon yesterday.
Well, yeah, that was a rough series, to say the least. Right now, Crim staying alive inside the hard point. The push coming from middle cuts from FaZe. You can see Formal just expecting the pinch to come from glass wall. Unfortunately for him, that player already snuck in from that bottom pool walkway. And
this is where you need to see Optic just try and get things going a little bit, get a bit of momentum, because right now FaZe are just running this game. Zooma 24 kills, Attach 25. Clay not too far behind, of course, at 23. Speaking of Clay, let's spectate his point of view. He's going to have a couple players in front of him, but nope. Scump just comes in, slaps him across the face, picks up the melee. 91 to a 1-15 game. 15 seconds left on this first hard point of the second rotation. And Formal thinking about the next hill.
Clayster had a little bit of a rough start to this game, starting 1 and 6. Now bouncing back. Formal has cooled down, to say the least, and it reflects in the score. FaZe up by 20 seconds as we move to the pipes hard point. The control of the spawn also going to FaZe, Ben. Look to see Optic try to flip the spawn.
This is where Formal needs to put down some good shots, but he's not able to do so.
Attach hit that?
Nable just going to be lying on the hill as well, and they can think about just trying to make sure they have that top spawn, but they're going to need to force their way through, because in comes Optic Gaming. They're going to be flitting, and Nable doing a great job of just staying alive. Players all around him. They should be able to pick up at least one. No, not able to. And Optic Gaming break the hill. 37 seconds left on it, but immediately Zooma flies into the hard point, picks up 2 kills.
This is what Zooma's done all weekend long. A big reason why they were able to take down Denial there in the winner's bracket finals. He pops into the hard point, picks up a 2-piece, clears the way for the likes of Attach and Clayster to clean things out for the rest of his team. 30 seconds still separating these 2 teams.
Zooma now playing for that final 15 seconds, picked up 1, unable to clean up Karma. Hardpoint's going to be contested. He knows he needs to win the gunfight. The scrap time is going to be big. It's going to put them just shy of 30, well, nearly actually 28 points down.
These next few gunfights are absolutely crucial. Optic pushing from pipe side, all FaZe spawning up from glass. Scump picks up 3 kills there. Finally putting more shots down is Karma. The early rotation lead to Optic Gaming. A massive swing there in time.
And this is where you need to see them push out the hill, and unfortunately they were just a little too slow to do that, and FaZe is going to capitalize. A very, very simple break, 4 plays down.
Ben, there's the pinch I was talking about. Flooding 2 from glass side, flooding 2 from pipes. They completely catch Optic off guard. Scump doing all he can. 10 captures to his name, but his counterpart Zooma has 11 caps and is 40 and 23.
40 and 23 with 2.5 minutes left. Zooma is just taking full control of this grand final, currently on a 2 streak, looking for more. There's going to be players just to his left-hand side. There we go. Another easy pick, turns around, unfortunately unable to get that. Meanwhile, Attach on the hard point. FaZe extending their lead to 35 points. 12 seconds of scrap time. This is big. Formal knows it. He's going to go for the contest, and Formal is going to win it. That scrap time should be going for them. Now, the battle of the rotation. Zooma's going to go down, and Optic desperately now going to try and fight. Scump is there, has the support of a teammate. That's going to be Karma. Karma now needs to win this gunfight. This is so, so important that he does.
Karma versus Clayster. Who's going to count?
One more behind him as well.
He's getting flanked now from glass wall. It's actually 2 players. He gets cut down there by who? Zooma yet again. Positive 19. 11 captures. Completely leading FaZe here in this game.
We're watching Zooma right now because I believe
52
kills is the highest amount of kills anyone has dropped thus far at UMG Dallas. And Zooma is well on track to break that in the grand final. He is lighting up this main stage. 46 and 25, 11 caps again on a 3 streak. He's desperately trying to hunt down the Optic plays for kills. FaZe keep control of the hard point. And honestly, they have played this just perfectly, Jack.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. Benson, 60-second lead for FaZe. It's almost mathematically impossible. Solar hard point going to go to FaZe. Up 1-0 now in this grand final. Best of 5s, Benson. If you're on Optic Gaming, if you're Scump, the captain of this squad, what are you saying to your teammates here to keep your composure?
Forget about this first map, man. We got to go hard in that search and destroy. I mean, the S&D is going to be Detroit. It's a map which, you know, we just saw Optic Gaming win. But, I mean, dude, I don't know. I really don't know. FaZe could come out here and take a 2-0 lead, which could be against what a lot of people thought. I thought having Optic playing all the way through the losers bracket, they were going to come in hot, they were going to storm through the first couple of maps, but FaZe had other ideas. Zooma drops 50, has 27 seconds to see if he can tie that record at 52, potentially could beat it, but unfortunately he's going to fall. Meanwhile, Clay, he's dropped 45 as well. That is just stupid slaying from FaZe.
Overall, FaZe is positive 35 in the slaying department, just shutting down Optic Gaming on all fronts in game number 1. I'll be honest with you, Ben, not the start I expected from the green wall. Now going into Detroit, search and destroy.
51, can he get 52? No! Zooma, play for the extra kill, man!
Oh, he's getting hyped in the booth right now. He'd rather give some high fives to his teammates. You can see the energy on his face there. FaZe clan now up 1-0.
My key play to watch this match. He really is. He had a great map number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Him and S&D is crucial, really, for FaZe's success. We have to keep our eyes peeled for anything that he's going to be up to. And already a very aggressive round number 1. Zooma with first blood. There you go. Just I'm talking about it. Exactly as I'm talking about it.
Zooma has led his team in first bloods all weekend long. There's a Tatch answering right back with a snipe, and within 14 seconds, round number 1 has ended. The aggression paying off there for FaZe.
Yeah, it was quick. Attached with a sniper rifle. You're going to get a 2-piece sniper. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. There it is. Attach coming out, showing you his nasty, nasty sniping ability.
Ben, prior to the series starting up, he said, you know, everyone's been asking who's better, Attach or Formal with the sniper. Yeah. Attach making a statement there in round number 1. Unfortunately, now swapping off of that weapon. Looks like we're going to see an aggressive A push from FaZe.
It's going to be Zooma who's going to be trying to head in towards Hospital with Attach. And we'll see if these two, currently both sitting at 2-0, can make a play. Being pretty aggressive already. And one player's going to try and bait into white green. Zooma picks up one. Can he find the second? No, he can't. Attach looking to trade the kill. He's going to go down. Crimsix with a big couple of kills.
Crim not only stopped that push, but made the players have to fall back, and he has the bomb down. Formal now with the Moors in hand. Did he spot the rotation, though? From FaZe, I think the COD timing was just not in his favor in that moment.
Now you can see exactly what Clayster is going to head towards. We saw Attach get a 2-piece sniper kill cam from pretty much exactly the same position. He's going to be down to see if Formal can do something similar, but he needs to be careful because you can see on that minimap those red arrows actually pushing in and getting behind FaZe. We're going to be on board, behind Optic. We're going to be on board with Enable. And in actual fact, there will be a gunfight. He's going to fall. Crimsix now left in a 1 vs 2. He's going to make it a 1v1 very, very quickly, and he still knows bomb is down with 28 seconds left. Enable needs to make the play here.
Crimsix in the one-on-one versus Enable. If he finds this kill, that will be the ace, and they will put Optic Gaming on the board. Enable with bomb in hand inside green.
He's taking his time. Crim just checking. No one's going to cross. Now, does Enable go for the plant, or does he potentially play for the kill? Well, is Crim going to see him? Oh, he didn't see him, but now peeks back out. He's going to spot Enable this time. And Enable outshoots Crim! A huge round for Enable. The 2 Halo pros and a 1v1. And Enable comes out and says, yeah, you nice, but I'm nicer.
Crimsix just missing the last couple of shots. How unfortunate for Optic Gaming there. Formal wasn't able to spot the rotation, and then there, Crimsix just narrowly missing Enable on his screen, the only player with kills on Optic Gaming.
That needs to change immediately. Yeah. Formal has the sniper rifle out. He's going to spot one mid-map, fires the bullet, misses. Clay's still actually going to be there, so he could opt to go for that challenge. Right now, nothing really going on, but a player highlighted in Garage. Going to be in yellow. That's going to be Scumpy, but the FaZe player decides to back away, so now we'll stay with Formal and the sniper rifle. Yeah. See what he can make happen.
More passive play style here from Optic Gaming. You know they're relying on possibly a first blood with that Moors from Formal. Nothing as of yet. 1 minute remaining in this round. Optic Gaming on offense are going to have to get the bomb planted.
One player getting a little aggressive. Zooma going to spring into life mid-street. Formal and Crim both pick up kills. Zooma replies with one. Can he find anyone else? Has Formal pretty much dead for right, but no! Formal turns around and picks up the melee. Enable now for the 1v3. We just saw him clutch the 1v1. Can he give FaZe a 3-0 lead?
Enable is last alive, spots some feet on the site, picks up 1 kill. Now the 1-on-2. Scump.
Enable! But 1v3! Enable! Oh my goodness! Enable! Make some noise! That was sick!
Enable, your red-headed brethren there, Benson, making you proud here on the main stage.
Oh my God.
I mean, mean, right there, you just saw Optic Gaming flooding in one by one right into that submachine gun.
They just couldn't kill him.
Enable just left triggered and took them all out with ease. The 1v3.
Enable made it look easy. He made it look easy.
He just beat Crim in a one-on-one there in the final seconds, winning that gunfight. Now the 1-on-3 versus Optic Gaming, all momentum streaming in FaZe's favor.
The Optic need to get something going. They need to get something going because FaZe are going to run away with this. If they go 2-0 up in the first best of 5, surely they'll pick it up. Zooma trades a kill on Crimsix. Can he get away with his life? Yes, he can. 3 versus 3. Meanwhile, Clayster, I think he actually just spotted Formally, maybe trying to throw a grenade over there. Unfortunately, that's not going to bank across, but Clay feeling confident, thinking about pushing.
Now pushing down this middle street, right next to Trailer has one player challenge, wins a gunfight versus Karma. Karma now 0-4, really struggling to say the least here. I believe this is, he misses a sniper, but Formal picks him up. All right, was able to recover from that missed shot. Enable and Zooma in the 2-on-2 versus Formal and Scump.
I'm staying on Enable. He's clutched a 1v1, he's clutched a 1v3. We'll see if he can potentially pick up that 1v2 clutch now. Nade's gonna go, he has to make a play. He's hit market and does finally fall.
All right.
Optic able to pick up the first round here in Search and Destroy Detroit. They need to build on that momentum because right now, the Red Militia is looking scary good.
Something else to point out there too, Benson. While it may only have taken Scump one bullet to clean up that kill, he's finally on the board. You need Optic Gaming's captain to begin just chaining kills together. He needs to cut down the aggression from Zooma that has paid off so far in game number 2.
Speaking of Zooma at 5-3, gonna keep him highlighted on that minimap. Meanwhile, Crimsix with the bomb, gonna throw over those double grenades. I think that's going to connect with anything. Already 2 players actually go down. Clay replies with a sniper rifle. Crim wants to pick him off, and Formal picks him. And that's going to leave Clayster in a 1v3 with a sniper rifle. This will be insane.
Misses the shot there, which also gives away his position. He's
100%.
just going to rotate back through school. Hits the hit marker there on Formal. The challenge from Karma. He winds up falling. Karma now getting on the board as well. Optic Gaming with 2 straight rounds.
This is big for them. It's exactly what we talked about, Jack. They need to draw on some energy because the first 3 rounds were very, very scary. Finally, the crowd trying to become a little bit of a factor here at Dallas. The Let's Go Optic chant fully in effect. Keemstar
I see him
trying to get that one going.
Does anything good ever happen when Keemstar stands up in the venue?
Everything good happens when
something
Keemstar
amazing just happened.
Dude, do you remember the cheeseburgers in Columbus?
That was fantastic.
Keem, I'm saying you go get more cheeseburgers, my friend.
Enable not getting tagged by those nades at the moment, leading his team in score. Spots Formal there just outside of School steps, not able to connect with the shots, but Benson on your minimap right now. Attach, flooding through School, picks up first blood. The numbers advantage going to FaZe yet again.
A 4 versus 2. Can Formal and Scump try and clutch this one up? Formal has a sniper rifle. Where is Scump?
Just missing that shot there in closet.
Scump able to pick up 1. So it does make this a 2v3. This is definitely manageable. And Formal needs to hit that shot, but he just took a little bit too much time there. Very strange to see Formal kind of second guess himself. And that's going to mean Scumpy's going to have to try and push in. Recognizes he's probably going to be 2 plays. Picks up 1. Can't find a second. Formal with just a sniper rifle and a pistol for the 1v2.
Zooma doing a great job of trading so far here in this search and destroy. Formal spots 1 player now by mid-Atlas. He only has another 12 seconds before he has to at least hop on the bomb.
He just needs to make
Attach
a play.
Right outside fire, beating the push with the PDW. Spots 1 player, picks him up with ease. 10 seconds remaining.
He doesn't
it
have
does
the
not look like he's going to have enough time to defuse. Zooma playing this one absolutely exceptionally. He hits the shot, but it's too little, too late. Formal on a 5 streak. Absolutely disgusting.
That's the Formal you need right there if you're an Optic Gaming fan. That was a sick shot, but well played from FaZe. Played the clock, didn't allow enough time for Optic to get that defuse. They now lead the search and destroy 4 rounds to 2.
Really a hole in Optic Gaming strategy there on that map. They had 3 players near green. Formal's the only one closest to School, sitting right outside those steps. They had no idea that 2 players flooded through fire. It came back to bite them as Attach drew first blood. A must-win offensive round here for the Green Wall.
I mean, you've got to look really at Karma at 2 and 5 to just try and win a couple more of those gun engagements. He's been struggling a lot in search and destroy. He went 0 and 8 yesterday. And now 2 and 5 performance against FaZe in the grand final. It's not going to cut it.
He spotted 1 player now, pushing in towards back yellow.
He's seen Clayster. Sure.
Yeah, he has.
Surely he has to have seen Clayster.
You can see the player with the bomb, which is actually going to be Crimsix. Waiting for that player to push in. Looks like he's going to now begin to challenge him inside of post window. Spots a player able to pick up first blood. Clayster dropping for FaZe. 4v3 in favor of Optic Gaming.
Now Comet pushing up towards mid. However, he needs to be careful. Enable's going to be waiting for him. Karma with the movement, picks up the kill. Forces a 4 versus 2. Zooma and Attach still alive for FaZe. And Zooma in actually a pretty nice position. However, as well as that, Attach, oh, he's got such inconvenient timing. He should be pretty much dead for rights. Former picks him with the sniper rifle. Zooma, all right, let's see what you've got, my friend. Can you produce the magic?
1-on-4 versus Optic Gaming. The bomb has yet to be planted. Maybe if he can get timing on his side. Picks up 1 kill there on Formal. Grabs the Moors for his back pocket. Not able to spot 1 player there on mid-Atlas. The bomb has been planted. The 1v3 is now underway.
He's feeling confident, but not going to be able to get the pick on the player on the bomb. Instead, pushes up mid-steps. That's 1. Forces a 1v2. Zooma, to try and make it a 1v1, does manage to escape with his life. Has to reload, though. He's being desperately chased by players from Optic Gaming. Going to just try and bait him out. He's going to be mid-steps, but finally falls. And Optic put them 1 round away, 4-3.
I was getting some flashbacks there to earlier on in this tournament with Havoc in that 1v4. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because
Scumpy got a 1v4 as well early on a bye-let.
Crazy
We've seen
stuff.
so many 1v4s at Dallas. It's been absolutely
some
ridiculous.
pretty sick plays here at UMG Dallas. 4-3 now in favor of FaZe. Benson, what would you like to see from Optic Gaming on this defensive round to take it?
Just get that first blood. If you can work that first blood, if Formal can pick it up with a sniper rifle, you're going to be in a good position. It then forces FaZe to really rethink that initial strategy, and you can see so far, last time FaZe were on the attacking side, they did a 2-man aggressive push to B. So really, you have to look at Crim to go big here and hold his own on this bomb site.
You can see they've adapted to that strategy now. Attach and Zooma, who else would you expect to get inside school with those 2 subs? Crimsix spots 1 player, not able to find the kill there on Attach. He's just going to back up, play his life. Very smart. Thankfully for him, he does have Zooma there to protect him. Crimsix gets taken down. Clayster strikes first blood.
And that was so unfortunate for Crim because he actually just ran out of his trophy system.
Yeah.
If that had been a second longer, that stun doesn't connect and potentially he gets away from that gunfight. But it leaves his teammates now in a 3 versus 4. Players mid-street. Formal's going to get completely ran at. He's going to get wallbanged as well. FaZe looking good to get 1 round away unless Scumpy can try and produce some magic mid-street. Last man alive, he's going to go down. And FaZe 1 round away from going 2-0 up in the grand final here at UMG Dallas.
Absolutely a play call there from FaZe. They knew Formal was in the back of the map with that Moors. They flooded it with Attach and Zooma before the rest of Optic Gaming could even respond. Now they are 1 round away from going up 2-0 in the grand finals.
Going into this next round, Optic Gaming going to be on the attacking side. Formal's going to keep that sniper rifle out. I mean, it's working for him at 8-5, but you've got to question, you know, is it necessarily the best thing in this exact situation when you're desperate for those round wins? Really, Formal becomes such an important part of winning those first bloods. Scumpy's going to be over towards green. First blood is going to be so vital here for Optic Gaming. There's lots of plays over at green. Attach is able to pick up 1. He immediately gets traded. Optic do have control of green now. However, there is going to be another gunfight any second now from 1 player at FaZe. It's going to be Clayster pushing through.
Extremely awkward positioning here. They're both trapped inside green. One has been able to sneak out inside the back trailer. Enable picks up the team kill on Clayster, but then trades it with Crimsix. Scump in the 1-on-2.
This, of course, to keep Optic Gaming in this search and destroy. Optic on the attacking side.
They know bomb is down.
And they have great positioning, and Scumpy kind of reads it pretty well, recognizing that they will know roughly where he is. He's going to be shot at, but does evade. Now has to rethink. 36 seconds. Time ticking away for Scumpy. As again, he will be spotted. Scumpy needs to pick up the first, but he's not going to be able to do so. FaZe cruise into a 2-0 lead here in the first best-of-5 of the grand final.
Benson Zooma went 51-30 on map number 1, 10-6 on map number 2. Incredible play, clutching up for his squad when they need him most. Optic Gaming finds themselves down 0-2. Not only do they have to win the next 3 games to stay alive in the finals, but then a whole nother best-of-5.
Inside in the Pro Lounge, not doing anything.
All right, well, we're hopping into the matchup now. Game number 3 underway. Zooma, we have to hop on board with him at the start. 51-30, map number 1. 10-6 in game number 2. He's been absolutely electric in this series. Can FaZe close it out 3-0?
I mean, so far, Crimsix with the drone, probably going to try and sink a 1-point AC throw. Looks a little high, and yep, it's actually going to miss. And Clayster's going to say thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. Going to rep this one over towards greenside. Teammate's going to slay out, and Clay should be good to at least get a 1. Probably could have got a 2-point play, but wants to play it safe.
1-0 lead now for FaZe. 3 players wind up falling. Optic Gaming trying to get control of this drone. Optic Gaming need to mount the comeback here on side number 1. I want to go into a listen with the squad to see how their communication still stands while being down.
I'm running green.
Yeah.
Alright, do it.
One's bottom middle, and glass.
Go.
Middle dead.
I'm here.
Enables field or something.
Stand back, got me. Yep, they're on Ian. Nice, Ian.
Nice play, dude.
I got
Good shit. Another one there.
Good shit. Let's go.
Glass.
Bottom mid.
One shot AC.
One shot bottom AC.
They're stunning glass.
Top
I need help.
glass right now. Top glass. One guy glass got me. Top glass got me.
Oh, never mind. Dead body.
Me.
One's third story glass. One's probably gonna
He's touching glass. He's right here.
On ball.
2 glass, 3 flat, 3 flat.
Yo, OE.
I'm going top blue.
I spawn in glass.
I spawned our second.
Yo, if you
In glass
I'm
on me.
flying our base.
Play.
I got one.
Play sub
Bottom
glass.
glass right now. One shot. Got him. Let's go.
bottom AC.
Bottom, and field. Nice. One more field. Field last guy. Front third base last guy.
Yeah,
There he is.
He's one shot. Absolute.
Right.
Front glass.
Stay alive, Seth.
Yo, one guy's to your left, Damon.
Oh, he's top blue. I'm
killed him,
standing
I
in.
killed front glass.
I'm pushing back to glass. I'm going back to glass.
You're going back to glass? Okay.
Yeah.
Top blue. I'm one shot.
Okay, I'm going back to bottom mid.
Top blue, one more field.
Yeah, you're good middle.
One more top blue.
Field.
One more top blue.
Field backing up.
I'm point dead.
Nice.
Two
Nice.
mid.
Good shit. Let's go.
Another one, they're mid. They're mid ramp looking at you, Ian.
I'm in glass.
He's one shot
He's weak,
second.
bullet, bottom AC.
I'm looking. Yeah, he jumped up second.
I got him.
Nice.
One guy there.
Damon grab ball.
I got it.
Top blue.
One shot top blue, absolute. One shot top blue, absolute, dude.
I got him.
One flanking right now.
Back blue.
I'm throwing.
Jack, Optic Gaming getting a little bit of momentum. Commando's going to miss that 1-point throw. Zuma's going to be the last line of defense for FaZe. He's going to win the gunfight and should be able to get that drone out just. It's 5-3. In fact, he is going to go down. 4 players down, Optic Gaming. And easy as you like. 2-point play about to come in from Crimsix. He's going to be stunned. Can take his time here on that 2-point play. Still has it. There it is. Finally jumps it in. But now, FaZe actually have a complete free run at Optic's base.
Love that play call there from Optic Gaming. Crim had the drone. He had one player that he could have very easily passed to. Instead, he wound up running it in himself. Oh my goodness.
No.
Attach missing, a very easy shot. Thankfully for him, the rest of his team was there to take down Optic Gaming, but Benson, Crim, not passing it forward, leaving his final teammate there to slay out the opponents when they're spawning up. Unfortunately for them, FaZe now on a roll. Can they keep the scoring coming?
Again, Optic need to put a stop to this aggression coming in from FaZe. Attach is going to go for a 2-point play. It's going to tie it up. 1:36. And the game tied at 7-7. Now, looking at that satellite drone area, it's going to be Karma on the drone. Should be able to pick up one. Does so. Nice play from him. Fomal, can he get control of glass with that barrel? And that's something which Optic Gaming is going to need if they're going to win this game.
Yeah, the last 4 points that FaZe has scored, there hasn't been a single player from Optic inside of glass. They have yet to have the opportunity to stop the aggression now from FaZe. They've been all over their base. The drone now being run and yet again enabled, just able to cap it. 9-8 to start off this game. 9-7 overall score. FaZe now just 1 point away from closing out side number 1 early.
And that drone, unfortunately, not going to go into Clayster's hands, but it doesn't matter. He should be able to jump it in for a 2-point play, and the clock will be stopped at 4 minutes and 4 seconds of the unpreferred side. FaZe are set to take this grand final.
And Ben, something I do want to point out, FaZe looks absolutely sick from the side they're going into right now. They have a perfect strategy set up. Enable will grab that drone last, while Zooma and Attach will be all over blue, taking out any players that push. Clayster will be their remaining line of defense inside of glass. Expect to see that strategy all day long here on side number 2.
Clay 16-9, already getting control of glass with the 2-piece. He's looking for the third. The assist is going to come in from Attach already. They have the drone. It's going to be Zooma, and he's going to sink that 1-point play. Now a 12-7 game. And it's all going to come down to who can get Clayster out of glass.
Clayster's on a 6 streak. He's now grabbing the drone for his squad, doing whatever he can to make the lead even larger. Gets cut down there, even though the rest of his squad was taken out. Still try to get that objective done. Crim now grabbing the drone, rotating it back towards glass.
Crim going to be running directly behind a couple of teammates here. They need to win those gunfights. They do. This is going to be another 2-point play for Optic Gaming. It's going to put them 3 down. However, Crim actually capped that very quickly. He could have actually taken his time there and allowed his team to slay out.
Formal actually spawned up and pushed through green, spawning all of FaZe up in glass, and no one is left there to cut them down. Now, the drone already in Optic Gaming's base. This should be a 2-point score for FaZe. No! Take it out just prior to scoring. 2 players, though, remaining for FaZe. A guilty. Oh my gosh, Zooma getting the dunk in. So back
There
and
was a
forth
team
there
kill
with
in
the
there as
trades.
well.
Exactly.
Zooma actually killed Clay,
But
and it
there-
almost got a little bit scary for Team
With
FaZe.
Formal pushing through Green and spawn all of FaZe up in glass, they easily grabbed that drone and only one more player as the line of defense for Optic. They were able to cap that one, now up by 3 possessions.
Scump on your screen inside glass, taking his time. 2.5 minutes left. Of course, FaZe stopped the clock at 4 minutes. So Optic playing essentially a minute down. 4 players go down, and Abel picks up the drone. He's just going to cruise into the Optic base, and this should at minimum be a 1-point play. If he takes his time here, he could guarantee the 2, and I think he's just going to be able to jump in, and Abel for 2
Oh,
gets
wow.
it. 16-9, 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. Optic just not able to compete right now with
Ben,
FaZe.
inside of glass there, all 4 of OG decided, hey, let's wait for each other, let's coordinate this push, and all 4 kills went in FaZe's favor. They were able to dunk it in yet again, now up 16-9. Benson, they are just 2 minutes away from winning the UMG Dallas Grand Championship.
Zooma has that drone. He's dipped bottom middle. If he can get over the wall and play for a 1.
Oh, picked off there by Scump. Beautifully done, meeting him right in front. Not electing to go for the beatdown, confident enough to just steal the drone and run it away. 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Scump knows he needs to hold on to this one and get whatever points he can for his team.
A minute 30 left. They need to go, and they need to go now. It's 2 points pretty much is all they can afford to do. FaZe, if they pick up that drone, they can
and look who
maybe
it is.
start playing for the 15-second. Formal does have that drone, but his teammates need to pick up the kills. Formal has to, Nisla gonna have to be forced to throw that for 1.
Right.
It's a 6-point game, 1 minute 22. Optic need to set up the spawn trap.
This is a crucial gunfight win here for Karma inside of glass. He's got 1 player behind him.
see
He
him.
has no idea. The challenge now coming from Attach. He's going to regain control of glass for his team. The flank, though, from Green coming from Formal. Picks up 2,
Formal.
make it 3 with the help of Scump. He's going to run this drone in. He's got to try to go for the dunk
Again,
here,
they
Benson.
need 2. He has a teammate slaying out. He's going to go for the jump. He's
Gets
going to
it.
connect. A 4-point game going into the final minute. Karma, last man alive. He is so important. He needs to at least pick up a couple of kills here. There's the first. Can he find the second? No, he can't.
And they're gonna
Attach has the
reset the
drone.
drone.
Play for 15.
There's no one even near the drone spawn right now for Optic Gaming, Ben. They still do have enough time, but here's what has to happen. Scump needs to lead the charge. He needs to get the first bloods for Optic. He needs to get inside yellow, and all of FaZe needs to be spawned inside of green. They need to play these last 30 seconds absolutely flawlessly if they want to have a chance to
I
force
don't think
OT.
they're going to be able to do it. Enable has the drone. If he plays this for 15, this is basically GG, but no, he does go down. Drone still alive. I believe Optic Gaming may be able to get it. It's still down. Karma needs to pick it up. 22 seconds left. He's going to go down. If FaZe can just pick it up and play it for 15, it will be GG. There's only 15 seconds left in, and Optic needs to go for 2 2-point plays. Formal's going to die, and that looks as if it's going to be that. Karma last man up. FaZe are going to take the UMG Dallas Grand Final 3-0 in the first best of 5. And Enable's going to let you know about it.
Getting hyped. FaZe Clan only dropping 2 maps throughout the entire weekend. Honestly, just looking dominant, Benson. This team change absolutely paying off for FaZe. Stopping Optic Gaming from the 3P at UMG.
Yeah, unbelievable. And you know, you talk about that team change. You pick up CUT Champs MVP.
Pretty good pickup. Pretty good pickup.
Pick up the guy who was second in the running for MVP in Attach.
And his sniper this weekend was
it
was a game saver there in search and destroy for the
I have to ask you though.
squad.
I have to ask you, who is your MVP from FaZe?
Who is my MVP?
Who is it?
Right there, Zooma, 27 and 17, a 1.5 KD, 3 uplinks on the board. He is the reason why FaZe made it look so easy in your grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, FaZe, your UMG champions.